Hey there, everybody. Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Jurassic World Evolution 2. In the previous 5 episodes, we completed all of the campaign scenarios for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. And that took us all around the United States, and we got to learn about the basics of setting up a dinosaur preserve. The remaining campaign scenarios are tied to a movie that I haven't seen yet, which is why I'm holding off on doing those quite yet. I will absolutely do them, and I'm sure that that's probably where we're going to learn about aquatic enclosures. But there are also these scenarios, challenges, I'm not sure what to call them, that are each based on one of the 6 movies. And they are called Chaos Theory. And that's what we're going to take a look at in this video and maybe future videos, depending upon how long it actually takes to actually complete or do whatever it is that's required. To be honest, I don't even know what it means to have a chaos theory scenario. We're going to take a look at the first one, which is tied to the first movie. So it's going to be more focused on building a park rather than a preserve. I presume that it means that we're going to have options more similar to the first game than maybe the second game. But we'll take a look. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the chaos theory scenario for Jurassic Park. Okay, so here we are, and you can see right here down in the middle, chaos theory, and we're going to take a look at Jurassic Park. I am assuming that the number of pips here is either difficulty or size. I'm sure we'll probably learn once we get in, but let's go ahead and go to Jurassic Park.
The mosquito, frozen in time for millions of years, and trapped within it, well, that discovery would change our world. For a while, we thought that this was as close as we could get to dinosaurs. Turns out, we were wrong. Years of research into how to complete the DNA sequence for a dinosaur led us to this. Life unlike anything seen on this planet for 65 million years. Jurassic Park. We know how well that went. But what if someone like you had been there to temper some of that rampant hubris? For Jurassic Park to succeed, you're going to need to make sure it's safe for all your guests. This is the adventure of their lifetime. We don't want it to be their last.
Chaos Theory Jurassic Park. Reveal the groundbreaking Jurassic Park to the world where dinosaurs return from extinction. Let's hope it goes better this time around. Monitor your dinosaur's social status, as many dinosaurs like to be with others of their kind. Okay, so this one's going to be much more tied to cohabitation.
Wonderful, isn't it? This is a paradise, but it is missing what it once had until we bring them back. This place will show people something spectacular. Dinosaurs, no longer confined to our imaginations. Dinosaurs in the flesh. And the moment people see them, that moment of astonishment, of magic, well, you're going to be a part of that spectacle. Jurassic Park will open on schedule, and the world will be as it once was, a land of the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Good. Glad to see you're getting settled in. I want to introduce you to Lily Halford, who is our Director of Operations here at the park. She'll get you up to speed.
Thank you, Dr. Hammond.
John, please.
Oh, right then. As Dr. Hammond, John, has already told you, our goal is to get Jurassic Park fully operational as quickly and safely as we can. We are literally doing things that were considered impossible, so it will be a challenge.
Making the impossible possible. Yes, I rather like that.
Okay.
We will need to prep the facility for the dinosaurs. Begin with a functioning visitor center and a science center. And remember that both must be connected to pathways. Oh, and power as well.
I can see that all is in good hands. Do carry on.
We'll keep you updated.
Splendid. Absolutely splendid.
All right, there's the visitor center. Therefore, it's not going to let me put it there. Okay. Oh, they're actually telling me where to put it. Maybe. There we go. Alright, and then let's put the path down. Alright, we've got power right nearby. And they're going to want a science center. Now they're going to tell me where they are. They want me to put it here. How are we going to connect that to the road? Yeah, and they're even telling me which direction to put it. Well, that's going to be interesting. Alright.
Jurassic Park has a top geneticist. Top. Dr. Henry Wu. I should expect that you'll be meeting him soon. That is, if you haven't already.
I'm settled in and ready to get started. So if we're to get the dinosaurs we want, we first need a hatchery. If you could construct one, then my staff and I can get to work.
Yeah, this is the one part about doing these is instead of going and capturing the ones that already exist, we actually have to hatch them. So we need to research a hatchery first. So we've got, yeah, so they're bringing back the functionality of the first game, which actually to some degree is cool because it means that you don't have to go back and play the first game in order to play this game. You get both of them kind of wrapped together in one. Alright, so there's the hatchery. We already have 4 scientists. We need a total of 2, so pretty much anybody except for this gentleman here will work. Alright, so we'll start that. But it also means that we're going to have to research dinosaur DNA to be able to hatch additional dinosaur types. We do at least already have one enclosure, so that'll be good. Presumably we'll want to, and these are level 3, this is a level 3 enclosure, so it should handle most dinosaurs to start with. Alright, so now we can construct an operational hatchery. Oh, that's right. You put a hatchery directly on an enclosure. I remember that from the first game. Okay. So they want us to put it here. Except because then what it does is it releases the dinosaurs directly into the enclosure. But it also, though, means that you have to have a separate hatchery for each enclosure. Alright, and then we're going to need to add road. The first stage of dinosaur creation at a hatchery is synthesis. During synthesis, you will select species, genetic modifications, and view chances of certain traits. The synthesis process creates a variable number of eggs known as a batch. The number of eggs varies per species.
Velociraptors.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
We're going to start with raptors.
Of course we are.
I know you may have concerns, but
Yes.
both John and I agree that they represent some of our most viable candidates. You'll need to synthesize their eggs using the available genome research I've provided. And of course, let me know the results the moment you have them.
Oh, Lord. This means that we're going to have to change the environment for this particular enclosure as well. We're going to have a lot more forest, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so... Alright, so we already have Velociraptor. It's also going to... Let's see. Okay, we can actually get a lot of the information here. They do not have a very good social capability. They are very fit, as we already know. We need 2 to 6 total. Forest, open space. They do need some level of probably like the goat feeder. I forget what those are called. They like the Indominus Rex and scavengers, but they dislike carnivores and one that I'm not going to try and pronounce. Okay. Anything else? Base attributes. All right, I think we're good. I am not modifying the genomes of velociraptors. I may modify the genomes of some carnivores, but yeah, definitely not. All right, so let's assign. Okay, so this is the welfare. Yeah, this is the welfare. We need 5. So let's go with, actually, what do we need? Can we put in 2 scientists? 3 scientists. All right, then let's put you and you. Batch size of 6. Okay. Expected survival rate 67%. All right, let's go ahead and speed that up a little bit. I'm pretty sure they're going to want us to put a viewing gallery. So let's put that right there. We'll get a little bit of ahead of the curve, maybe. If nothing else, I can always destroy it and put it back later. Synthesis
Our first
failed.
synthesis was unsuccessful, which means that we clearly have room for improvement, but we don't stop. We get better. I've identified some areas in the synthesis process that need further research. See what you can learn at the Science Center and get back to me.
Okay. Carnivores, small herbivores. I meant herbivores, not carnivores. Oh, here we go. Okay, improved synthesis. Improvements to the synthesis process. Alright, we need 1 of each. Okay, there we go. And then I think we unlocked new buildings too. Or we can unlock. Alright, so there's guest attraction, a configurable attraction for guests. And an efficiency upgrade. And the staff center. And that'll allow us to train our scientists. Alright, I am going to go ahead and do this. We'll go with you. Incubation. Once a scientist has completed synthesis of a genome, you will be able to browse the batch and select eggs to incubate. All selected eggs are incubated, and the grown dinosaurs can then be released simultaneously. So why would you choose one egg over another? Alternatively, dinosaurs can be released to other locations via airlift. Okay. Alright, so that means we don't actually have to set up separate hatcheries for each enclosure. That's actually good to know.
We're beginning with raptors? I'm not sure we're ready.
Yeah, me
Every
either.
precaution has been taken. I'm following the science, and these dinosaurs are our best chance at success. We've learned so much, and we'll continue to learn as we move forward.
Yes, yes, of course. And I do understand your concern, Miss Halford.
Every dinosaur carries a certain amount of risk.
And it's our job to mitigate it as much as possible.
Keep the lawyers out of my hair and the dinosaurs safely and happily within their enclosures, and you shall have my eternal gratitude.
Dr. Hammond, does that mean we have your authorization to proceed?
Yes, most enthusiastically.
Okay, so as you can see here, that first incubation failed. We need to discard all the eggs in order to empty that hatchery bay. So let's go ahead and try this again. Staff center, assign scientists, and let's see, we need what, 5? Okay, so we'll go with you and you. And we'll speed that up. And then we also unlocked some other things. We've got a power research available. Gain access to a persistent generation of power in the network to spread it around the park. Yeah, we'll definitely want to research that soon. Oh, I definitely want to build the staff center. Let's see. All right, let's build it over here next to the research center, or the science center. And then this will allow us to train up the 2 scientists who have really low numbers. All right, let's resupply our fuel. Everything else looks okay. All right, we've got viable eggs 5. All right, aggressive, 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 and intolerant. All right, so this one we definitely want to select. And remember, we need between 2 and 6 total. Affects whole territory if alpha plus 35% dominance, plus 30% threat, dislikes and threatens all other species. Minus 30% area need growth, plus 30% chance to socialize, plus 20% dominance. This one's got fit, dominance, and threat. Looks like I'm only going to be able to choose one of these 2, because one of them will become the alpha. Let's go with this one because of the social increase. And then I'll take one of the 2 intolerance. A minus 30% cohabitation limit. Actually, you know what? Let's just take these 2 and discard the remaining. And then we'll start a new synthesis. Okay, we'll go with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and start a new synthesis. Make sure my... Oh, I don't think... There's no point in me looking for research. All of my scientists are busy. I do want to put some stuff along this pathway at some point. I love how everything's lit up. The lighting is gorgeous. Really, really is. Okay. So we've got the 2 ready for release. Alright, so I'm going to start with the live prey feeder.
Even with Dr. Wu's assurances, we'll want the proper response teams in place.
Actually,
I'm not saying anything will go wrong, I'm just erring on the side of caution.
All right,
We
there's
can
the
start
live
with a ranger
prey
post,
feeder.
build one inside the velociraptor enclosure, then create a response facility. From there, assign a ranger patrol to the post.
All right, there's the water that we need. The rest we need is forest. Okay. All right, now we need a ranger station and an operational response facility. Oh, do we have to put in? We do. Ranger post. Put it right there. And then we need to put in the ranger station. That's the response facility, expedition center. Construct an... Oh, I guess it's the operational response facility then. Alright, let's put you here. And as soon as the ranger team's ready, I'll assign them. In the meantime, we've got 6 more eggs. Okay, so this one we'll definitely select. Intolerant. Intolerant. Aggressive and intolerant. Okay, we're just going to go with the 1. Yeah, we've got to start training some dinosaurs. Actually, I think we can do it from here. Let's start with you. Oh. I haven't unlocked it. I thought I did. I thought unlocking the staff center actually unlocked it automatically. Alright, let's do efficiency upgrades. Actually, let's not. We unlocked the living prey feeder and the carnivore feeder. Yep. Okay, ranger team. There we go.
We need the animals comfortable in their enclosures. The less they feel stress over their captivity, the more they'll begin to act within their expected behaviors. This is better for them and obviously better for us. Check on the raptors' welfare and remember, they're still getting habituated to their new enclosure.
Okay, now we need a medical facility, of course.
There isn't much entertainment and educational value in the park if our visitors cannot see our dinosaurs. I mean, what's the point, really, if not to see these majestic animals up close?
Well, we can construct viewing galleries, which should provide the guests with what you're after, John.
They won't believe their eyes.
Which is exactly what we want.
Precisely my thoughts as well, Lily. And why they'll want to keep coming back, time and time again, to Jurassic Park.
Our dinosaurs offer priceless memories for a reasonable fee.
Ah, yes. Now you're getting it.
All right. So, we now have 3 velociraptors.
We need to get a paleo-medical facility in place to ensure any sick or injured dinosaurs can be taken care of.
Yep, already got that covered.
That's a good idea. We need to keep our dinosaurs healthy.
The Expedition Center handles teams led by the assigned scientists to remote destinations. Send your dig team to collect new fossils from dig sites all across the world. Extract dinosaur genome data from fossils at the Science Center, and this is what allows us to learn new dinosaur capabilities.
I'm in need of more genetic samples than we have here at the park. We can send out expeditions of our own to gather fossils, but what we really need is for you to get an expedition center under construction. Then, we can extract DNA from these new fossils gathered in the field and rebuild an even more diverse set of dinosaur genome sequences. This should be your priority.
Yeah, whatever, Dr. Wu. I don't particularly like you, so... At least not in the game. Instruct an op... Oh, we need to increase the genome of Triceratops. That's right. In the first game, you're not allowed to synthesize new dinosaurs unless you have what they consider to be 50% of a valid genome for that particular dinosaur. I remember that now. All right, let's see. How big is the Expedition Center? No. All right, maybe here then. And then we're going to need another power facility. Actually, you know what? Power. Yeah, let's research the small power station. You... Oh. That's... Okay, you're good. And then we have injury treatment upgrades available to us now as well. Okay. And we need more power. Alright, I'm going to put you right there. Okay, we need Triceratops. Thankfully, all of these tell us exactly which one has... Okay, this one has Triceratops. We need more staff capabilities. That's attractions, amenities, that's guest. Oh, not only can I not... So I actually can't unlock staff improvements until I increase my park rating to 1.5. And right now, of course, it's 0. That being said, if I put down another staff center, I should be able to hire more. I should also fire the one that's got such low numbers, no offense. Well... Okay, no, I actually have room for 2 more. Okay, let me bring in a couple more then. Let's see what we've got. That's an even 2 across the board. Alright, let's go with Renjiro Takeda. And I'd like to have somebody with a nut with maybe 3 in logistics. A 2 out of 8 though isn't bad, or a 2 out of 6 with a 2 out of 6. Okay, let's go with Janet here, who's got a 2 out of 6 in logistics and a 2 out of 6 in welfare. Okay, so that gives us more capabilities for expeditions. Alright, let's find the one for Triceratops. Okay, here we go. And we need a total of 6. Maximum of 3 scientists. Alright, so let's definitely send the 2 of you because you haven't done anything. Alright, you're going to need to rest. And then speaking of that, I am going to make you rest. Alright, and then... Yeah, okay, so under training it says research required. Okay. Well, let's speed everything up. And we just improved our power technology. Alright, let me slow things back down again. So we now have pylons that can run from a small power station. Generate 60 units of power, must be connected to substations to distribute power. And then there's a small substation which provides power to structures in a radius when linked to a power station by pylons. Alright, so this would allow us to remove the generators, I think. Great, a fight has begun. Alright, you're the alpha. I don't know if there's anything we're supposed to do when a fight breaks out. Okay, one of them ran away. Alright, let's see if we can synthesize some more. Actually, hold on. Let's see what the modifications are. Okay, right now it's just skin color. Yeah, we haven't unlocked any. That's why. Okay. Alright, we don't need to worry about that then. And we need what? 5? That's gonna have to wait. I need to rest another scientist. Yeah, let's rest you. Because I'd like to put at least 1 or 2 more velociraptors in here. Alright, let's look at the power situation. I want to go back to the power situation. I guess the backup generators, if there is no other power source. Okay, so the backup generators need to stay, but we put a power generator... Alright, we'll wait on this for a second. Tab to view. Okay, so this is money. And then we got Triceratops. And Triceratops. Okay. So that's going to get us to what? I don't know. Okay, so... Oh, okay, these are the number of octagon... Okay, so just so that everybody's aware, I told you all that I played the first game. Really loved the first game. But this is new. This is a new functionality with respect to genomes. When you got one of these fossils in the first game, it was just a random number based on the color of the fossil. So the number, the bronze one, for example, it had a limited percentage that could be extracted from it. And it was a smaller percentage than, say, the silver one. And then we've apparently got 2 that are 5. So that's interesting. Interesting. Okay, I need to get back to... I gotta slow things down because I want to put power in. But I also don't want the power to be too close to the dinosaurs. I'd rather have the power, like, way out here. Or maybe way out here would be better. All right, let's do that. Where's the... Okay, there it is. All right, so we'll put you there. Okay. And then we need substations. All right, let's put the substation. Let's put one here. All right, for right now, let me just put them down, and then I'll figure out how to connect them later. All right, so then we'll put a substation here. That'll cover the operational, or the paleomedical and the operational facility. And I'm waiting for the main small power station to finish construction. And then, of course, once we're ready to do Triceratops, I'm probably going to build a new enclosure over here for the Triceratops. Because obviously we are not going to want to put them in with the raptors, that's for sure. Matter of fact, apparently there's nothing that we can do with the raptors at this point. Or no other dinosaurs that we can put in there other than Indominus, and God only knows when we'll be able to do anything with Indominus. Okay, so we have unlocked enough.
Release a new herbivore into an enclosure. I want to observe these animals in the wild. I mean, as wild as we will allow.
Okay, hold on. Is that done in the Science Center? That's the stat. Okay, here we go. View fossils. Okay, so these are Triceratops also. Okay, so we're currently at 50%. This is going to give us an extra 23%. Which means I'm going to want to wait to synthesize any until after that. Maximum of 2 scientists, so we're going to want Takeda and Brownlee. Alright, so that's that. I definitely want to wait until that's finished. That'll give me time to get power up and running. Okay. Power stations generate power output. Each structure has an amount of power consumption, which is taken from available power output. Increase your total output by using building upgrades and additional power stations. Okay. So I don't even know if I'm going to have enough. How do we do this? Okay. All right, now we need to get one over. If I can put a small power. Small substation here. Alternative power distribution. Avoid excessive pylons by utilizing this alternative power distribution system. Chain them together to create larger power networks. Very nice. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but it's nice to have. Oh yeah, efficiency upgrades. I would like to... Let's get this rolling. We need 5 total. Let's do that. Oh, I think we are finished. Few fossils. Yes, we have no more fossils left. Okay, good. All right. Power distribution. Output can only be distributed to buildings and fences using pylons and substations. Repeater substations can be used to extend power distributions of substations without the use of pylons. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Now I know. So some of this stuff that we're going to see and that we're going to see very early on is stuff that I never got to in the first game. So this is going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm going to have a fantastic time with this. All right, let's build a new enclosure. By the way, how is the ranger team getting in? You know what? We should get better percentages for the velociraptors before we do any further. Let's see. Are there any velociraptor? That one's done. No, there's not. At least not in North America, anyway. And we don't have... Oh, hold on. We have access to China. Oh, there we go. Velociraptor. Alright, let's do this one. And we'll send you... Okay. In Mongolia. To Mongolia. Alright, we need to build another enclosure. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Oops. Alright, so let's put a gate. And we'll put you there. And then fence. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. Cut the pond in half. So that we can then get another enclosure. Alright. And then... Alright, we've got a power generator there. Let's put a small substation... there. That's the mobile vet. All right, and then you add task. Okay, so that's done. How are we on scientists? Let's see how they're... Okay, you should go rest. Everyone else, I think, is fine. And apparently the expedition to China is already finished? Really? Alright, well, let's... Alright, we got 73% on the Triceratops, so unfortunately, trait chance is still weak. What do we need? We need 6. We're going to have to use you, and we will use you. Oh, Rudder was faster, has the trait of faster expeditions. That's why it went so fast. Alright, while that's going on, let's go over to the research center. I need to find a quicker way to get between these buildings. View fossils. Okay. Alright, so this one we sell. And 3, 4, 3. Okay. Very good. Alright, then we can do additional velociraptors and hopefully we'll get some better traits. Or at least better socializations. Our ranger is under attack by one of the velociraptors. Okay, so the synthesis is complete. Only 2 viable eggs. Okay, hold on a minute. One quick thing. I didn't look at this. Synthesis batch size is 1 to 6. Modifications unlocked. Oh, we actually do have some modifications. Skin color. Short-lived, long-lived. The DNA of green sea turtles, Chelonia mitis, exhibits longer-lasting brain cells. This genetic modification increases the dinosaur's expected lifespan. Huh. And it just increases the synthesis. Man, I wish I had known that beforehand. Huh. Okay. Anyway. Alright. Select eggs. So we'll definitely select you. And we'll leave you. Okay, so that means we're going to absolutely need to synthesize another one. And we're going to have to wait. Alright, let's see if we can synthesize. And we're going to modify this time. With a 50% chance of long-lived. And set the skin color of Triceratops 1993. Oh, it's already gotten that. Okay, so that's not an actual considered modification. Alright, so this is the only one then that's actually going to be applied. Alright, that one's going to have to wait. Because I need to rest you. Okay, so... Why is it paused? Did I just send somebody to rest that's part of this? I think I did. Okay. Or it's paused because it's nighttime. That could also be true. Wonder why this is level 2 fencing. Okay, there we go. Fossil extraction completed. Okay, so the Velociraptor's now up to 73%. Okay, good. Okay, let's see if that gives us enough. It does. All right, I want to do Triceratops again. We've already modified the genome, so let's go ahead and go with this. That's 4. I'm going to need to send you to... Requirements not satisfied. Oh, shoot. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to use you for now, but I'm going to have to send you to rest immediately after. And then the great thing is we'll be able to put them directly into this enclosure. I don't know that this enclosure is going to be big enough for them. Huh. See, what I was hoping for was... Like, I'm going to put probably the viewing center right... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. The viewing gallery right here. And then I'm going to take the road around with then the ability to put another enclosure on this side. At least that was kind of my thought process anyway. Do I have the ability of putting amenities down? Small amenity. Amenities produce income from guests around them using food and drink and shopping. Tailoring an amenity to meet the interests of nearby guests is a key way to increase income. We got restrooms, medium amenity, and large amenity. Okay, so they didn't... In this game, unlike the first game, they are not separating food, drink, gifts. I'm guessing that we'll just choose when we put it down. More than likely. Okay. Alright, both of these are now ready. So, we've got to select the egg. Alright. You and you. Alright, I need to send Takeda to rest. Okay. How is my power situation? Small there. Okay, I need another small substation. You know what I'm... This is supposed to be reserve. Which means this is not getting power from a substation. Yeah, because there's a substation there, which is going to cover these two buildings. This substation covers these two buildings. This building also isn't being covered. It's being covered by the backup generator. Alright, so I've got two buildings that don't have direct power. Alright, let me go ahead and select eggs. Good. 3 total. Ah, crap. Okay, So this guy, we're going to release via airlift to
Asset
there.
requiring collection.
All right, so between those two synthesis actions, we'll get 2 Triceratops. Then we'll synthesize some more Velociraptors. 1 or 2 more is really all that we need. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a big enough enclosure.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Okay. Let's do the same thing.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Alright, I know you're lonely. Alright, you need ground fiber.
With
Okay, that's
so many
good.
moving parts, I want to make sure we don't lose sight of our reason for being on the island in the first place. The dinosaurs. Their lives come by our hands, and now they rely on us for their continued existence. This is our responsibility, and one we cannot take lightly. I want you to be sure that our dinosaurs are as comfortable as possible.
Okay, I think we're good. 100% content? 100%. Excellent. All we needed was the 2. And they only have a preferred grouping of 1 to 3 anyway, I believe.
Dr. Wu and Dr. Hammond would both like us to increase the diversity of animal species in the park, and then construct a ride where they can be viewed. Make it something impressive.
They have no cohabitation. Okay, so we absolutely could put in additional dinosaurs in this particular enclosure. There's a list of 5 of them here that if they happen to show up, we could absolutely put in. That's awesome. That's good. Okay, well, this is where we're going to wrap up this episode. I'm having a blast. I'm absolutely having a blast because they're doing a really good job of taking what was great about the first game, embedding it into the second game, while also using some of the key traits of the second game. So I'm absolutely having a great time. We're going to continue with our Jurassic Park Chaos Theory scenario in the next episode. If you are enjoying the content, as always, do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't subscribed, do that too. And feel free to drop anything into the comments, as long as you are nice and cordial and so on. So hopefully I'll see you in a future episode, and I'll talk to you very soon. Good night.